and welcome to Gallery TV News Update at noon. I am Titilayo Olamide. Here are the report for the day. Gunmen hijacked school bus, adopt one in Ondo. Some gunmen numbering about 8 have hijacked a school bus in a housing estate in Obaile, Akure North local government area of Ondo State. The incident, according to eyewitness, occurred earlier on Thursday morning when the driver of the bus and the attendants were going round to pick the pupils. Fortunately, they were yet to pick any pupil when they were accosted by the armed men. The school bus with registration number Lagos LSD 853FJ has the name of the school written on it. It was gathered that the suspects riding on motorcycles and armed with guns, matches, and other dangerous weapons forced the vehicle to stop and drag the driver out. One of the armed men seized the vehicle and drove off with the attendants inside, while the remaining members of the group fled the scene with the motorcycles. The spokesperson of Ondo State Police Command, DSP Tilio Ikoro, said he had not been briefed about the incident. Plus, Malami denies asking Buhari to suspend Constitution. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, has described as false the fictitious reports alleging that he sent a secret memo to President Muhammadu Buhari, urging him to suspend the 1999 Constitution and declare martial law in the country. Martial law involves temporary imposition of military authority to take over normal civilian functions after the suspension of civil law by a government. It is usually invoked in time of war, rebellion, or natural disaster. When martial law is in effect, the military commander of an area has unlimited authority to make and enforce laws as situations demand. An online media outlet on Wednesday claimed that it exclusively obtained a copy of a secret memo that contained a legal advice Malami sent to President Buhari, asking him to promptly suspend the operation of Chapter 4 of the Constitution, which guaranteed the fundamental rights of the Nigerian citizens. The online newspaper further claimed that Malami had, in the 8-page secret memo dated May 4th, told President Buhari that insecurity across the country has reached a level that could no longer be checked by existing democratic techniques, insisting that only a state of emergency promulgated by the president could return the country to tranquility. It quoted Malami to have stated in the memo that the essence of the declaration is to allow for suspension of constitutional and legal bureaucratic bottlenecks pertaining to matters of national security, with particular regards to fundamental rights guaranteed under Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution and processes and procedures relating to procurements, among others. The online tabloid further alleged that Malami fingered prominent separatist agitators like Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu as persons fueling insurrection in parts of the country, and argued that the best way to handle them was to declare martial law in the country. However, the AGF, in a statement that was signed by his Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Dr. Umar Gwandu, denied giving such legal advice to the president. Malami said he remained a Democrat that believes in the rule of law, tenets of democracy, and constitutional order. He said it was antithetical to common sense for anyone to think that the holder of such coveted office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice would stoop to what was claimed by the online media outlets. And still on the news, Oyo Anti-Open Grazing Task Force will begin soon, says Makinde. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has said his administration would inaugurate a task force to implement the ban on open grazing in the state in the next 6 to 8 weeks. The governor stated this in Ogbomosho during a town hall meeting in commemoration of the second anniversary of the government at the Sorun Ogunlola Hall, Ojaigbo, Ogbomosho, adding that open grazing was illegal in the state. A statement by the chief press secretary to the governor, Mr. Taiwo Adosa, quoted the governor as also assuring the people that his government would soon create an alternative road to the Ibadan-Oyo-Ogbomosho Expressway, a federal road which he said has been under construction for long. Earlier, the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, said that the town hall meeting was held to gauge the feelings of the people of Oyo State on the performance of the administration and also see what other areas it will need to address. And on state of insecurity in the country, police uncovered local AK-47 factory in Plateau State. In the wake of growing insecurity across the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, the Police High Command on Wednesday raised the alarm that it has uncovered a local AK-47 fabrication factory in Jos South local government area of Plateau State. The first Public Relations Officers, FPRO Frank Mba, a commissioner of police CP, paraded the two middle-aged men, Joe Michael and Ilya Bulus, arrested for the alleged fabrication of the weapons alongside other 79 suspects. The suspects, according to him, were arrested by the operatives of the two major units of the Operational and Investigative Team of the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, and Special Tactical Squad, STS, of a force across the country for various offenses ranging from kidnapping, banditry, armed robbery, culpable homicide, gun running to illegal production and distribution of fake number plates. Addressing newsmen while parading the suspects in Abuja, the FPRO raised the alarm that the locally fabricated guns are fast becoming the weapons of choice for criminals terrorizing the country, and this portends a great danger to the security of the nation if not immediately stopped. Mban lamented that the locally fabricated AK-47 was a masterpiece that would require extra knowledge of an expert to differentiate from the ones made from Europe. It disclosed that during the raid on the Lego factory, 20 pieces of locally AK-47 rifles were recovered by the operatives who have been on the trail of the suspects for a very long time. Also speaking with the newsmen, the fabricator, Joe Michael, who attended a technical college in Jos, disclosed that he had so far fabricated about 280 units in the last 3 years, which he sold at 80,000 naira per unit. The suspect also claimed that he acquired the skill from his late boss, simply known as James. In a related development, Mba also paraded a 3-man gang over the alleged mass production and distribution of specialized fake number plates comprising the presidency, diplomatic, and others. He explained that the suspects were apprehended in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State by cracked detectives of the Special Tactical Squad. He disclosed that investigations had shown that the syndicates were being patronized by people of shady characters in the society. The FPRO, however, said that the police was already in possession of the full list of those with such fake numbers, saying that the culprits would be apprehended and be prosecuted no matter their connection in the society. Also, a 4-man gang of the kidnappers who reportedly kidnapped a university lecturer, Professor Aliyu Mohammed, in Zaria, Kaduna State, were paraded. Mba said that the suspects were arrested at the point of kidnapping a Catholic priest in Kaduna State recently. In addition, the police paraded an undergraduate student of the University of Jos Plateau State for masterminding the killing of his friend who loaned a sum of 500,000 naira to organize his wedding ceremony. Also paraded was a trans-border ground runner popularly known as Baba Busy, who was arrested between Benin Republic and Nigeria border with a GPMG chain drive gun with 1,600 live ammunition. The FPRO assured that though the nation's security was being challenged, the situation will bring out the best in the security forces of the country. And with this, we've come to the end of the Gallery News Bulletin at noon. Don't forget to join us by 4 p.m. for yet another update. I am Titilayo Olamide. Thanks for watching.
In life, you can never be too sure who to trust. This is the story of Mrs. Ungazi. Mrs. Ungazi just wants to use the ATM.
Good afternoon, Mama. Let me help you out to your withdrawal. You don't need to stress yourself.
Thank you, but I can handle it myself.
The man is just being kind, right? He just wants to help, right? Wrong. All he needs is a good look at the pin. Will he succeed?
To my IG fans, I say, sorry.
Do not share your card PIN with anyone. Keep your account information private and ensure no one is watching you while you enter your PIN. UBA, Africa's global bank.